So let me just vent a little bit. So I had to go to court today for some fines that I got a couple months ago. Um, Driving without a license because I never had one. Um, Driving without insurance. Now, if you check my record, you'll find that a girl may have gotten a ticket maybe 7, 8 years ago. And the one time that I did get into an accident, I had insurance. Imagine that. Because normally when I don't have insurance and I be driving, I feel so unsafe that I really, really pay attention to the road. But the one time I did have a car accident, I had insurance, so I felt comfortable talking on the phone and all this, arguing with my husband on the phone. I feel like a lot of this is a scam, personally. Now, I went to jail for I went to jail for not having insurance. I went to jail. It doesn't matter if I did 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I went to jail. Y'all put me in jail. Y'all put a bitch in jail. Y'all locked me up. Y'all reminded me that I was livestock and cattle up on this hill plantation and what you say go. And what gets me is how we just so lax about how law enforcement and people who are doing the will of the government in the judicial system can just automatically treat you like shit because you broke the law. Like, because I broke the law, that doesn't automatically give you the right to treat me like shit. Wasn't this law, wasn't this country founded on fuckery? Like, I'm trying to be politically correct, but it's hard to be politically correct when it's always the little person that have to foot the bill for the big crooks. Let's not act like y'all don't show favoritism, because if I would have been somebody with some clout or some coins or something, then this all would have been swept under the rug anyway. But because I'm a nobody in y'all eyes, you feel fine. Like you put me in jail, you impounded the car, then you turned around. Now I gotta pay y'all $800 and something dollars. Child, when I tell you the government is, yeah, and let me tell you something. This is not me being shady. I understand that police officers have to do their job, but girl, going into the station and seeing no Caucasian people in there, all black people working in there, all black people coming in there to pay off tickets. The only time I saw white people was passing by doing their morning run. That's triggering. Coming up in here and having to pay money you ain't got. Our government is so messed up. Like, it's not, like, to me, I don't even understand how we could fix it at this point. This is like trying to build a house with rotten wood. Just throw the whole thing away. This is like trying to build a house. It's like the floorboards and the foundation and all of the stuff that's inside the house is so many rotten pieces of wood in the house. But we just gonna go ahead and put a fresh piece of wood on top of all of this mildew rotten wood. Just throw the whole thing away. Just throw the whole thing away. And people that look like you, be happy to sodomize you with no grease. People that look like you, like, that's the most triggering part, is that y'all all just happy-go-lucky to just put that pipe, just sodomize somebody with that wood with no grease. Like y'all be happy to do it. That's the part that gets me. That's the part that behooves me. How y'all be happy to sodomize. Then y'all want to talk about black power this and black power that. I ain't gonna lie. I can't really see myself being a Candace Owens because I'm not that invested in white culture, not Caucasian, but white culture. And culture has nothing to do with race. I'm not that invested in white culture, so I could never be a Candace. But when you see stuff like this over and over and over again, repeatedly, when you see us interact with each other and engage with each other like this over and over and over again, repeatedly, a Candace Owens starts to make sense. I get it. I honestly get it. As we sit up there and sing Kumbaya and Black Power, and we'll put that D to each other, we'll sodomize each other with no grease for white supremacy, for colonialism, for patriarchy. We'll do it effortlessly. Yeah. Yeah, I just needed to talk about that. I just needed to talk about the corruption. Now y'all took me to jail. Took the car, had to get the car out to pay him, had to pay a bond, and now y'all want 800 and something more dollars. And if I don't pay it within a month, then I gotta be on probation for a year? Probation? Like, where is the case by case? You know, like where is that in the judicial system? Where is the, okay, we looked at your record and we saw this and we saw that you haven't had any problems. Where is that? Because y'all just, like, the law, it's like the law is unbiased when it comes to poor people. The law is unbiased when it comes to poor black people. The law is unbiased when it comes to poor black and brown people. The law is unbiased when it comes to poor black LGBTQ people. But the law is biased as fuck when it comes to wealthy people who have influence and clout. We not finna act like the law always stands the way it stands. There's discretions made. There's loopholes found. Depending on who you dealing with. But when it comes to the poor queer folk, the poor black folk, the law is the law. Period. We don't all have the same capacity. We ain't all got the same record. So why we all getting treated the same when we're poor? When we're poor and black. When we're poor, black, and queer. Y'all a mess. Then we be so happy tap dancing to get to that check. So happy tap dancing to get to that check. We don't try to look out for one another. And another thing I noticed about Georgia. Now I can see why y'all call it Wakanda, because it's a lot of Africans here. And one thing that I want to point out, and I want to say this. Now, when we talk about black indigenous experiences versus black African experiences, but I noticed that a lot of that Pan-Africanism is really, really, really baked into the culture. And don't get me wrong, sis. I love a nice African piece. I love a nice African headpiece, a nice African skirt. I love it. But I lived in Africa for 9 months, and I know them Africans will grin in your face and set you up. I was in love with one of them for 9 months, honey, and he kept it all the way real with me. Baby, they perform on a different level. But I love my cousins. I'm not hating on my cousins, but black indigenous and African American are not the same thing. And so y'all done baked, y'all done allowed these Africans to come here and integrate into society and get positions up in here. And so y'all will say, oh, we give black people opportunities, but are you really giving black indigenous people opportunities? Or are you giving African Americans opportunities? It's a difference. And when those African Americans get opportunities, they know how to walk in and blend in and give you that chameleon tease and blend in and give you that they black and they was here doing slavery tease, when really they weren't. Really they just got over here, and really who they looking out for is them. Child, if y'all ain't twinning, If y'all don't look exactly alike, if they don't walk up in there and don't see their reflection in the mirror, it's 8 billion variables, over 8 billion variables on the planet. If people don't walk in and see their twin when they walk in, when they look at you think they're going to show some compassion? You think they're going to show some empathy? You think that because, oh, they black, they get it, they understand? Every black person is not experiencing the same kind of trauma and is not dealing with the same type of discrimination, because some of them don't even view it as discrimination. Child, we get together and sing Kumbaya, we all black, but everybody ain't having the same black experience. Grant you that. Everybody wearing a kufi ain't your kinfolk. Everybody wearing a dashiki is not celebrating the diaspora. Bitch. Everybody wearing an unk ain't your uncle. I'm a little plucked. I'm lightly plucked. And I needed to get that out my system. I's a never date a pig, a Georgia pig. I's a never date a pig, a Georgia pig. Cause y'all is special kind of like, ugh. I never date a Georgia pig. Bitch, I wouldn't give a damn if you was flirting with me, looking at me, looking all sexy. That's the one, like, people say, oh, I love a man in uniform. I don't like one in that one. I don't like them in that one. I don't like them in that one. I don't like them in that one at all. That uniform triggers me. I mean, girl, treat it like a criminal, girl. Then they be sitting up there looking at you like I'm talking to. First of all, you made me catch an Uber all the way over here for you to do it as a video call. Didn't talk to the judge. Went straight to a solicitor. So now we ain't even gotta talk to the judge no more, huh? We don't talk to the judge no more. So I go to the solicitor, who sends me to my probation officer. Oh, okay, that's how we doing it now. That's what we doing. That's how we doing it. Oh, okay. That's how we doing it now. Okay. We don't even talk to the judge no more. And baby, people be cool with this. Like, y'all be cool with this. Like, black people be cool with this. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And see, this is where I lose respect for the black bougie and the black elite. Y'all get to a point in society where y'all insulate y'allself from what's happening with everyday people. Y'all insulate y'allself in this bubble, and then it gives you the chutzpah, the unmitigated gall to sit in a seat of judgment, when the only reason why you're not having these experiences is because you have strategically insulated yourself in a bubble to where you don't have to see the truth of what's still going on in this nation. You've insulated yourself. You've all insulated yourself. And so you don't have to deal with the truth of how we really get treated if we not chasing after no clout and no bag and out here breaking our necks to get to the top of the heap so we can sit on side of massa and kick our own people in the fucking ass. And the sad part about it is, if you ain't jumping in line to do it, if you ain't about that life, you don't even count. You got to become not King Cooper, but King Kuna, Queen Kuna, Queen of the Coons, King of the Coons, Prince Coon, Princess Secunda, not Zamunda, Princess Secunda. That's what you is. Wakanda my ass. This is Wakanda. Let me stop. Whew. I just need to release, and ancestors who have done all the work to make this what it is. If you feel like I'm disrespecting you, ancestors both living and deceased, if y'all feel like I'm disrespecting y'all hard work to be what this is, forgive me. But you can't be an ancestor and be hundreds of years old and have not evolved and elevated to at least see my point. You cannot be an ancestor and have been in existence for hundreds of years or more and not in some way see my point. You have to understand where I'm coming from at least. To treat somebody like a hardened criminal, to put them on probation and to make them pay damn near $1,000 after you took them to jail and talked up under their clothes. And for that to be okay simply because they don't have the power and the influence and the connections and the resources to get somebody to make it disappear. Certainly, you've got to see why I'm a little peeved. I feel like on the spiritual plane and both the physical plane, y'all should be able to see this. Then we supposed to march and be ready to fight, and we supposed to come together. When the legal system, when the way that things are done, it's trash. It's trash. It's trash. And so many of y'all just so complacent and compliant. You know why? Because you're like kids in candy stores. You want to be able to get away with whatever you want to be able to get away with. And you just don't want them in your business. So you just pay them to keep them out your face. But do you understand how that tightens the noose around the neck of your people? You just want to get them off your back. You just want them to leave alone. I know how that feels. Slide because you don't want to be bothered. When you don't want to deal with the trauma, you want to get out of here. I want to be done here. Take the money. Leave me alone. I hear that. But if we keep moving like this, the children ain't gonna have nothing but a hard time. The children gonna inherit nothing but a hard time. Body autonomy, gone. Freedom of speech, gone. All your rights, gone. Because you didn't want to be bothered. You didn't have time. You was too busy securing that bag. You was too busy wooing. You was too running around being a hoe. You was too busy drinking and drugging. You was too busy praising God, King Jesus, waiting for him to fix it. He gonna come fix it. Surely is. That's what you was doing. While they was taking all your rights. While they was taking all your privileges. While they was taking all your sovereignty. While they was taking all your bodily autonomy. You was, Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work. That's what you was doing. You was at the club drinking. You was eating that ass. You was eating that ass. That's what you was doing. And I ain't against having a good time. I'm not against it at all. Live your best life. Have fun, baby. But when it comes time to stand together, my grandmother used to say all the time, and I know she ain't the first one to say it, but that's where I heard it from first. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Baby, and we just round here just laid out, just taking it. It's like they done a Bill Cosby to all of y'all up here. Just slip something in your drink and all y'all just laid out. Getting dildoed with 18 inches worth of a judicial pipe. 20 inches worth a legal pipe, just long stroking you. Oh, y'all just laid out, bust open, done been roofied, all of you, just roofied. Po folk just getting roofied. All y'all just getting Bill Cosby out here. And I done came up here and joined in, and they done Bill Cosby me too. Got me laid out, roofied. Bitch, y'all already got $1,000. It was what? How much money to get the car out the pound? Damn near $500. $400 to get me out of jail. That's $1,000. Y'all motherfucker want $2,000. Not to mention all the time they had to ride up here, sit on the phone for an hour, waiting to come on and talk to it. Y'all kidding me? Whew, this is why I couldn't live in Georgia. Like I like when I was younger, when I didn't know no better, I'm grateful for the family and the friends that I know here. I am so grateful for the family and the friends that I know here. But living in Georgia, living out here, oh, bitch, y'all got the game twisted, honey. Baby, I would have been the second coming of Martin Luther King, or the second coming, the second coming of Malcolm X, cause honey, I'd have been started a rebellion if I'd have stayed here. I knew I had to get out of Georgia when I saw them politics a while back in the church. When I saw how the church was rocking with politicians and everything started coming together for me. It's a lot of things that I don't like about New Orleans. It's a lot of things. I don't say that New Orleans any better, but I don't say it's different. It's different. It's not the exact same. Now, in some places, it could be a little bit more gutter. It could be a little bit more ratchet. It could be a little bit more of a mess. But at least we're not trying to pretend we something else. It's the pretending for me. It's the pretend. It's seriously the pretending for me. Y'all pretend like y'all really just doing it for black people up here. But ma'am, let's be clear. Y'all doing it for the black people that come to Georgia and prosper 9 times out of 10. The black people that come to Atlanta, the black people who come here and they do well, is the black people who come here and understand the assignment. They come here and they understand, baby, I got the tap dance and I got the coon and I got to do this and y'all put some healers on. You know, y'all make a spot because y'all need some healing from the toxicity that y'all doing. So you will put the vegans on and you will put the healers on because baby, God got us knows you need somebody to come and help heal you after you done sit up and done all this toxic shit to your own people every day. So y'all you do have a little market for your little healers, your little truth tellers, you know what I'm saying? And you do have a market for that. You gonna uplift them because baby, you know you need them after you done sit around here and tap dance for math all day. You need a healer to come by. You need somebody to gonna come by and help to wash some of that shit off you. So y'all do got a little market for a few healers, but the healers ain't the loudest voices here. The healers ain't the truth tellers and the healers and all of that. No, they the sidekick to the ones who working for massive. Y'all gonna keep the church folk, the bishops and the pastors who out front tap dancing, the Freemasons, y'all gonna keep them in the forefront and pretend like you went to church when you and got your healing, but you really tiptoed to that soothsayer. You really tiptoed to that voodoo doctor, that voodoo woman, that healer. You had tiptoed over there in the night, but you gonna be taking pictures in church on Sunday and pretending like your healing came from pastor. Cause pastors are part of the matrix. Pastor ain't good with the politicians. Pastor ain't good. So you ain't gonna align yourself with that healer, with that truth teller. You ain't gonna. That's too much like right. You gon' y'all fuck with the healers. Y'all fuck with the artists. Y'all fuck with the truth tellers. But you gonna keep them at bay if they don't understand the assignment. If they not playing the game, if they not playing the game how it go, they gonna be in the back seat. They gonna be in the passenger seat. They ain't about to drive the car by any means. But you gonna keep them around so you won't lose your cred with your people. You gonna keep them around so you won't lose your street cred. But you really honestly is about this game how it is. You really honestly about your alignment with, yeah, all of y'all, a lot of y'all like that. You come to Georgia and you come up because you willing to play the game as is. You not here to make no real changes, boo. You here to get your check. And it's okay, get your check, get your money, and think that generational wealth is gonna be what it's gonna take to save your damn children. Think that generational wealth is all it's gonna take to protect your children. Think that passing down money is all it's gonna take to prepare your children. But just know that you grooming your children to be a oppressor because you're not doing anything to change the mentality. You're not doing anything to impact the mentality. Capitalism, I get it. I get the necessity in it, but it's to become a dog off the leash with rabies. It's a dog off the leash with rabies. And what y'all doing right now by creating generational wealth and not instilling in these children and instilling in this generation, the next generation, the harm that it comes to just teach your children to be capitalists and to just go along with that, not teaching them the responsibility that comes with the wealth that you giving them, and not really preparing them to be able to change this world, to be able to make this world different. You ain't did nothing but created another problem on the plantation and giving it the resources to be a bigger problem. You funding the next generation of problems. That's what you're doing. You're working towards funding the next generation of problems. Congratulations on your hard work. That's what generational wealth looks like when you are not preparing these youth for the work that needs to be done to actually, because it ain't no dismantling. Ain't no dismantling. Ain't no dismantling. Martin Luther King said, I believe I've integrated my people into a burning house. Oh, the shit is going down. Nothing lasts forever. And those days are coming. As sure as they about to take what's his name to jail. And while I'm on the subject of Donald Trump going to jail, because y'all know y'all ain't doing nothing but making him more powerful, sending him to jail. Let's have a conversation about that. Because now he got a war story. Now he got a war story. Now he could really play the victim. Now he could really play the victim. Now the game just went up a notch. And for all my homies in jail with your cell phones, you better believe if Donald Trump don't get access to no cell phones, if he don't get access to social media, if he don't be able to be on social media and all of that while he in jail, niggas, all of y'all that's been communicating on your cell phones, had your cell phones under your bed, expect the raid. The raid coming. They coming for your shit. Because if the homie can't have none, if big homie DT, if he can't have his platform in prison, let's see y'all have y'all's. Oh, it's about to be some changes up in that jailhouse when he roll up in there. Better believe that. Either they're going to work in your favor or they're going to work for the favored. Either they're going to work in your favor or they're going to work for the favored. But when big homie roll up in there, when big DT roll up in there, going to be some changes. Huh. Better believe that. Big T coming, big T coming, big T coming. DT coming, DT coming, DT coming. Big DT about to roll up in there. Shit, and all y'all been talking on y'all cell phones. Y'all been sending messages. I stay talking to niggas from jail, so I know niggas be running it in jail. Niggas be running it. And when DT come up in there, DT gonna want his time too. Baby, there about to be some changes up in that jail. And don't let him become the champion of the inmates. This his chance to really be down for the struggle. This his chance to really be down for the cause. Y'all think y'all did something sending that man to jail? Shit, y'all done made this shit worse. All because y'all trying to stop him from becoming a president, because you know it's highly likely if he wouldn't have got arrested, he'd have won. You know why? Because he represents what America really is. Y'all can call that man Cheeto. Y'all can call that man Orange. Y'all can call that man whatever y'all want to call him. But Donald Trump is more American than apple pie. He is what America, if America was a person. I don't care how y'all feel about it. It ain't a lie. Tell me when I'm lying. If America was a person, y'all shame. Then instead of, this the crazy part, y'all would rather send Donald Trump to jail than fix the very thing that got him in there. Y'all would rather send him to jail than fix the very loophole that made it possible for that man to get elected. Why is Donald Trump the president of the United States? Roll that beautiful beam footage. Oh, let's see. Let's go back to the year when he was elected, when he was running against Hillary. Oh, did he run against Hillary? Yes, he ran against Hillary. Did Hillary have the popular vote? Who is the popular vote? Oh, the popular vote is the vote of the people. Well, why didn't Hillary win? Oh, because Donald Trump won the Electoral College vote. Oh, who has the Electoral College vote? Not any poor and working class people. Who has an Electoral College vote again for 500? Not any poor and working class people. Why don't the poor and working class people have an Electoral College vote? Oh, because the founding fathers didn't trust the people to pick their president. So Donald Trump was able to get into office because elites picked him for the position. Y'all want to make it like it's these little redneck Trump supporters that's out there living in the woods, chewing straw and wearing straw hats and chewing gum and milking cows, and y'all want to act like they the ones who got him elected. No, boo, they just the foot soldiers. They're not the one who put him in that position. Elites did. People with electoral college vote put him in there. Y'all worried about the rednecks in the backwoods coming. That's not the problem. It never has been. And then he got in office and he picked the Supreme Court that would overturn Roe versus Wade at the behest of the elites. And so instead of y'all correcting that, what do y'all do? Smoke and mirrors. Y'all want to send this man back to jail. Instead of looking at what got him elected. How did he get that seat? How was he able to get that position of power? But black folk, we ain't worried about that. We too busy trying to get that bag. We too busy trying to get in good with Massa. We too busy trying to get on the good foot with Massa. We too busy trying to get on the good foot. And see, this is one thing. Y'all can say, oh, the only reason why she on this live doing this is because she got to pay that money or because she got to do this. But guess what? Ma'am, I have always been honest. I've always been transparent. Yeah, I'm fired up today, and that's why I jumped on live venting. But you can never say that you've seen me supporting these politics. You could never say that I haven't always, this same rhetoric, you haven't heard from me. I ain't just started talking like this today. I've always talked like this. And I'm not going to admit I struggle with politics. I've always struggled with politics. I've always struggled with them, but that don't mean that I've never spoke on them. That don't mean that I haven't never rooted for certain politicians to get office, but I've always struggled with politics. But do I show up? Do I advocate? Do I speak up for my people? Yeah. But do I believe in this system? Hell no. And why should I believe in a system that was created without me without me or anything that looked like me in the room? Not a woman, not a person with melanin, not a queer person. Bitch, it wasn't no representation of me in any form. I resonate with womanhood. I resonate with queerness. And I resonate with blackness. Now form of that representation was in there. Bitch, not in any form was I in that room. But I'm supposed to be round here running, trying to make things happen for a system that never fucking thought about me. Supposed to be out here voting and breaking my neck just because my elders telling me to do it. Telling me to take part in the oppression of more poor people, of more working class people, because ain't none of y'all trying to have a conversation about that electoral college vote. And we keep getting excited over the presidential election every time this bitch come around, and your vote don't count, sis. And at the end of the day, they always tell us focus on local government, focus on local government, focus on local government. But it's the federal government where the buck stops. It's the federal government that's gonna get the last say. It's the federal government where the Supreme Court sits. So if we don't get rid of that damn electoral college vote, it's going to continue to rot from the top down. And if you want to look at this another way, the federal government is the root of the tree in this nation. So it's going to rot from the roots up. And so until you fix that, we're going to have to all continue to navigate a corrupt system. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about the Riverboat Brawl. Y'all want to stand with Jess. Y'all don't want to talk about that. The hands that have picked cotton still have not picked the president. Obama was not a descendant of slaves in America. Obama was Kenyan and white. We still ain't had a president who was descendant of slaves. We still ain't, the hands that have picked cotton still ain't pick no damn president. Cause baby, unless you have an electoral college vote, bitch, your vote ain't never counted. In all this time, it ain't never counted, sis. So you can let them old people brainwash. God got us, forgive me, but I got to tell the truth. You let them old people tell you something. You can let them old people tell you it's a brownie when really it's some fucking shit if you want to. You can let them old people tell you it's a motherfucking brownie when really it's some shit. You can let them old people tell you it's a cup of tea when it's really piss if you want to. Some of our ancestors, they just be so happy to see somebody that look like them in a position, even if that person that look like them is a bigger viper than the fucking pink toes. Cause I don't have no close relationship with a lot of pink toes, but let me tell you something, it's some pink toes that's really for me. Like my mother say, you know, I'm using your words, mother, pink toe. It's some pink toes that be down for the plot. It's some pink toes that be solid. And it's some brown toes that be fake. But y'all, let me get off my rant in front the police. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Down for the now that I say cool, keep spinning and turning in God, Yako Kalukalo, which means I'm a child of God, Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, ancestors. I am going to continue to talk about politics. I guess that's the reason why this happened to me, so that I could get that fire back lit in me. Because low key, I was probably insulating myself, so I could be like, "Oh, that doesn't happen. That's not how it goes. I haven't experienced that." And the ancestors was like, no, we need for this to be fresh for you. Yeah, we need for you to remember, because you haven't had no dealings with the police in about 10 years. So yeah, we need this to hit you again. We need this to touch you. And I've already gotten back in politics. I've already, started to become more involved in policy making. I'm working on policy now. I'm becoming more involved. But I'm not gonna be your regular advocate. Like I'm shaking tables. I'm coming in turning over tables. I'm radical. Like I'm not gonna be. I'm kitchen table advocacy. Like no, I'm not finna play respectability politics with you, because they ain't play respectability politics with our ancestors when they came over here. They didn't play respectability politics. You can't, you can't, you can't, you can't be sweet and humble and docile and play respectability politics with people who, if they caught you slipping, they'll fuck you, and they been doing it. They been doing it. It's obvious. So what I'ma sit here and play respectability politics for? Now, what I am gonna do when I'm grinning in your face, when I'm looking in your face, when I'm talking to you, I'ma humble myself and hold my temper, because you know why? Because I'm on your premises, I'm on your grounds, I'm inside your building, I'm looking in your face, I'm gonna give you the respect I want you to give me. But as long as I have freedom of speech to jump on my platform and process this shit, I'ma do it. And when we're in an open venue where I'm allowed to speak freely, I'ma speak freer than a motherfucker. I'ma speak freer than a father sucker. I'ma speak freely. I'ma walk in my sovereignty, period. Anyway, as I was saying, down that I say cool, keep spinning and turning in Gani e Yanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, then you know you are.